I'm going to start a stream by petting the dog. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're all having a lovely day. Thank you very much for joining me, especially if you just come from the Silent Bomber video, which was a surprisingly good game. Yeah, sometimes I replay these old PlayStation 1 games. I'm like, oh, this is going to drag. This is going to be bad. This is going to be more of a chore to replay than anything else. But no, Silent Bomber was remarkably good. I'll tell you one of the reasons that I'm replaying the Silent Bomber games and the Future Cop games and stuff like that. When I was a kid, I was lucky enough to be subscribed to the official PlayStation magazines. You know, there's ones that would arrive at your house every month, or they'd arrive at the local news agents and you'd go and pick them up, and they came with a demo disc. So I had the demo discs for the PS1 stuff and the demo discs for the PS2 stuff. So I played through so many demo discs on my PlayStation 1, and I've got so many memories of playing like a single level of a game. Like, I've got memories of a game called Akuji the Heartless. I've got memories of a game called Cyberdeck. I've got memories of Machine Hunter. I've got memories of what was it was a little kid that had a gun that fired bubbles. It was like 40 Winks, that kind of dream thing. It was super strange that I've got memories of intensely memorable single levels from games. Shadow Man, stuff like that. Do any of you have that as well? Did you have demo discs, and when someone says, oh, do you remember this game? You can like vividly remember one level, like Alundra. I'm sure I had the demo of one level from Alundra, and it was so strange. That was, yeah, that's one of the reasons, like from a personal note, that I want to go through and replay all these old games again, because I'm thinking, you know what, were they any good? Because I remember them being, when is the next Dino Crisis? Okay, so I made a Dino Crisis video for my main channel, the Josh Strife Hayes channel, the one that's focused on MMORPGs. I actually made 3 retro reviews and I put them on the main channel. And I left them on the main channel, and then I realized that it wasn't attracting the correct demographic. I would have more success if I made a separate channel, the JoshStrifePlays one. So the Josh Strife Hayes channel, the main MMO one, currently has 3 retro reviews: Time Splitters for the PS2, Dino Crisis, and Pandemonium for the PS1. I am tempted to port those videos over to the JoshStrifePlays channel and maybe have like a second premiere for them and do like a little thing at the front where I say, you know, hey, I made this video 2 years ago. I put it on the main channel. No one saw it, but I'm proud of it. So I would like to do it, to, you know, watch it again, like to show you all. It was a very different style of review, but I feel that there's merit to it. There's definitely merit. Oh, E.T., yes. I also replayed E.T. for the, was it the Atari? Yeah, because everyone kept telling me that E.T. for the Atari was one of the worst games ever made. And I thought, you know what, how bad is it? So I have actually genuinely finished E.T. for the Atari, and yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I can kind of see how it works, but it is bad. When am I going to review Doom? Well, Doom is a relatively unknown indie game that I don't think that many people have played or really understand. So if I were to replay and review Doom, I would probably be one of the only content creators on YouTube who has ever played Doom. Which, I mean, it would definitely get me some views. I would corner the market in that. Yeah, someone in the chat says, wow. No, I could also play and review WoW. Review it, but play it on a calculator. As I heard this, Doom, D-U-M-E, very rare. It's that rare Doom video game. They only released it for like 3 weeks in Japan. It's remarkably hard to get hold of now. It's really niche. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have heard of it. You were probably busy with your friends playing Quake, all right? While the real ones, we were off playing the actual first-person shooter of Unreal Tournament. The Chrono Trigger video was the best video. Well, thank you very much. I really enjoyed making it. See, here's the problem that I've got. And again, we will get back to... If you're here for the RuneScape gameplay, just temper yourself. Temper your expectations, all right? This is why I know that I complain that I don't get very far through the game, and then I just go off on random tangents for like half an hour. But just understand, this is what we're going to do. I really liked making the reviews for Eternal Ring and Chrono Trigger. The problem is... Eternal Ring and Chrono Trigger are both RPGs, and as such, they both took a long time to finish. They had a hell of a lot of notes made as I played them, and then they took a long time to write the script, and then they took a long time to record the script, and a long time to edit. I think Chrono Trigger took me about 2 weeks of solid work, and I know that doesn't sound a lot, But when YouTube is demanding 1 or 2 videos a week, and I can maybe give it 1 video every 2 or 3 weeks if I'm doing RPGs, it's a huge risk with the YouTube algorithm. But I also believe that playing RPGs and reviewing RPGs with long-form video content has more artistic merit over the long time than doing anything else. So I very much want to review more RPGs. The problem is that the process of reviewing RPGs is really bloody long. Because I would love to play Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them. Absolutely all of them. Legend of Dragoon, the Legend of Mana series, Lufia, Rise of the Sinstrels, all that kind of stuff. Classic RPGs, Jade Cocoon 2. What was that? Is it Jade Empire? The one on Xbox. It's like 3 discs long or something. That kind of stuff. I would love to review all these RPGs. The problem is, it's a massive risk to take so much time away from both the main and secondary channel to just constantly play an RPG. And I'm always terrified that I'll spend like 3 weeks or a month making a video, put it out, and it'll get like 100 views. I know that's not going to happen. I know that I've managed to cultivate an audience who value long-term analytical videos. I know that you guys often stick stuff on in the background, and that's fine. I've fully embraced the second monitor meme, but there is still that worry. I mean, someone said to me, Josh, when are you going to review Morrowind? I'm like, well, that's another niche game that no one's reviewed yet. Do I want to review Morrowind? Yes. Do I want to spend a month reviewing Morrowind? Also, yes. The problem is, if I reviewed Morrowind, I would want to do not only the main story, because the narrative, I would also want to look into every single possible other quest line, the Heroes Guild, the Mages Guild, the Imperium, that kind of stuff, the Dark Brotherhood, every single major house within it, the ability to make your own spells, make your own weapons, the crafting, the narrative storylines that are woven through them, the ability to mix and match all of your stuff, the expansion packs, Blood Moon and Tribunal. It's a huge thing. There is so much in Morrowind. I think it would probably end up being like a 4 or 5 hour review. That's the kind of thing. You look like Brad Pitt. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. That's the look I go with. Whenever I wake up, I always try and channel the spirit of younger John Travolta. That's what I wake up to. I wake up and I watch Face Off every day. And that's what I really try. Just a really quick review of Morrowind. Just like a 10-second review. Like, Morrowind, it's all right. That's it. It's 8 seconds thanking the patrons and just 2 seconds going, yeah, it's pretty good. That's it. That's all we'll go. But no, reviewing Morrowind, definitely. That's a clip for Visa. I'd give it a couple of watches. Morrowind review in YouTube Shorts. If I do like a 5-hour Morrowind review and tag it with shorts. Oh, I might have to. Morrowind review on the clip channel in 2 days. No, it's not happening. Oh, okay, fine. You just put the clip up. Right, let's review Morrowind right now. It was the first fully 3D Elder Scrolls game, because there was Daggerfall, Arena, Battlespire that came up before it. Daggerfall still holds the record for being one of the biggest procedurally generated games. Morrowind, you start on a boat. The dude says, "Wake up. I hear we've reached Morrowind." Then you walk across a plank and it goes, "You've finally arrived, but our records don't show from where." Then you steal a dagger off the table. Then some stuff happens. Then you kill God. And then you are Morrowind. 9 out of 10. Dodgy combat system with rolling dice. Really good expansions. Definitely worth your time. You may want to download some mods. Maybe make the graphics a bit better. Maybe increase the view distance, render distance. Apart from that, is it worth your time? Depends. Do you want to spend 50 hours jumping around big mushrooms and being told that you have a grand and intoxicating innocence about you? If you do, yeah, there you go. Go for it. You are Morrowind. Congratulations, a Morrowind is you. 2 out of 10, there's no one sworn to carry my burdens. You've got to carry your own burdens in Morrowind. You've also got to choose which shoe to put on each foot, which I very much respect. Morrowind was a really good RPG and a bad action game. Skyrim was a really good action game and a bad RPG. Oblivion was kind of okay at both. That's the best way to do it. Morrowind was like, what if we give the player control over everything, but the actual combat's terrible? And everyone went, oh, this is quite a good RPG. And Skyrim went, what if we massively reduce the RPG elements, but in turn replace it with actual quite good action sequences? All right, yeah, that'll work as well. And Oblivion went, we've spent all the budget on Patrick Stewart and Sean Bean. We need everyone else to freeze when they're talking. The thing is, Here's the problem. I very much want to do more RPGs, but the problem with making and reviewing RPGs is they take bloody ages to do. I would love to do a full review of Morrowind, because every YouTuber has to do a full review of Morrowind at some point, and I haven't had a turn yet. So that's pretty much it. I'm not sat there thinking, you know what game doesn't have enough reviews? You know what game hasn't been thoroughly explored enough? You know what one RPG people are just crying out for content on? Morrowind. Not enough people have played that. Not enough people have heard of it. You know, so that's what I might do. Maybe Skyrim. I don't think there's enough Skyrim content on YouTube. But in all seriousness, I very much do want to play and replay Morrowind. Clearly, you need to contribute to the genre of 8-hour-plus Oblivion reviews. I will. I absolutely will, without a doubt. I very much do want to, at some point, completely review Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, even the Daggerfall, Battlespire, and Arena, the things that came before it, that kind of stuff. But it would be a 2 to 3 hour review, possibly 3 to 4 hour review, and it would take me at least a week to finish the game, and then another week to write the script, record the script, edit the video. It would be insane. The irony of this is those videos get way more views and end up being much better long term. I finished MDK in like 3 hours. I wrote the script in a couple of days, recorded it pretty fast. It's very fast to make reviews of short PlayStation 1 games. It's very hard to make reviews of RPGs, but I want to. Parasite Eve, Vagrant Story, Jade Cocoon, that kind of stuff. I want to review old school RPGs, but they just take absolutely bloody ages to do it. Need more patrons to support more RPG reviews. The Patreon support is fantastic. The Patreon support allows me to turn down endless mobile sponsorships of oh, hey, do you want to play this mobile game? No, not really. Oh, do you want to say our account's good? No, I don't. I want to just play a game, make a video that has artistic value, move on, do it again. That's it. I want to be beholden to the audience and nobody else. That's so much easier for me. You mean you don't want to play Big Daddy Raidy Shady? I actually made a video review of that years ago, but I don't think I did the game or the audience justice with either of those things, so ended up just taking it down. So I'm like, this doesn't reflect what I can do or what should be done. I want to review RPGs. But reviewing RPGs is a very, very long-winded thing to do. It's worth it in the long run, don't get me wrong. It's very much worth it, but good Lord, it's a heck of a long undertaking to try and do it. Media studies, don't think I could grasp how much time and hard work. So when people say to me, oh, it's just playing a video game, it's not just playing a video game. It is playing, analyzing, constantly being on about what I need to do. So when I play a game to review it, within an hour, I probably only make about half an hour worth of progress. And this is because every time something interesting happens, I have to stop playing, pause the game and make a note, write it down. What's interesting? Why is it interesting? How is it interesting? I have to keep extensive notes for everything. So I'm always taking breaks away from the gameplay to note down what's happening. And this means that unfortunately, I'm not making as much progress as I would like to in these games.